So I graduated from college in 2016, and I was not sure what I wanted to be when I grew up. My majors were international business and marketing, and my college was in Washington, D.C. So naturally, a lot of folks after graduating went into politics and working with the government. And thinking about my future, I ended up weighing in a lot of practical factors like financial stability and what would kind of launch my career into opening up as many doors as possible. And what that ended up being for me was working in consulting, specifically management consulting in DC, which was working with a lot of government clients, international agencies, some city and state actors and nonprofits. And through that, I got to work with a lot of different organizations and learn about their mission-serving work. Ultimately, though, this was a corporate job, and I think I quickly realized doing this for about 2.5, 3 years that it wasn't where I wanted to be, and I quickly got burned out. And so during this period is when I started thinking about my next move, and honestly, I think I was paralyzed a lot of times. I had a lot of friends around me experience a similar thing, and what we said to each other a lot was, I wish someone just told us that this was going to happen in our 20s, that we were all going to be confused and not sure where we're going, and thinking that everyone else has it figured out. The truth is, nobody has it figured out. I used to have a job in college that interviewed alumni years and years after they graduated, and every single one of them said that they did not expect to get to where they are, and they had no idea that their path would look like it did, and that to stop even trying to plan it or to predict it. And so I listened to that advice, and I let myself breathe a little and think and be open to any possibility. I knew that I wanted to incorporate travel into my work. I knew that I wanted to do something that kind of contributed to something bigger than myself. And I knew that I liked working with organizations that had a mission to serve others. And so I came upon a job opportunity in Detroit that primarily works with rebuilding cities. And so it's cities that have gone under disinvestment and disrepair historically. They're cities that have a lot of minority communities. And what I do in my fellowship with a foundation is make grants to organizations that serve these people and that rebuild these cities. And they do it in a way that is trying to prove a different model from what commercial actors would typically do. And, I took the leap when I got the job offer. I knew maybe one person in Detroit from college, but I thought to myself, this is the period of my life where I can make that kind of leap, and I can make these kind of career decisions based on myself and for myself. And I felt lucky to be able to do so. And so about a little over a year ago, I took the move out to Detroit, and I felt really lucky to be in this position. Of course, there's pros and cons of every job, but through this job, I've been able to travel all across America, even some international travel, to understand different cities, how they're planned, how they work, who decides the policy, what are the governments like that control each municipality. Control is the wrong word, more so govern the municipality, and what is the on-the-ground movement that's going on socially to make sure that their city doesn't become an example of like a gentrified San Francisco or New York. And it's fascinating work, and every time I get to talk to these people is when I'm the most inspired. I don't know what's next after this. This is a 2-year fellowship, and I'm in my 2nd year, but I know that if I always go with my gut, and I'm okay with taking chances on myself, and I'm honest with myself when something isn't working for me, that I'll be okay. And I think that would be my advice to everyone else.